Welcome to the Falcon News Podcast. Everything you need to know to ship like a pro. In this podcast, we will be sharing our true experiences, lessons learned, and challenges faced in the freight forwarding industry. Today, meet Patrick, the CEO of Falcon.
Today we'll discuss people first, who is behind the supply chain. Hello, Patrick. Why are people so important in the supply chain?
Well, for so many reasons, because, behind the containers and the computers and the emails, there's always somebody that is actually involved in moving a shipment, whether it is the supplier at the other end of the world that's speaking in a different language and having his own challenges within his organization, the steamship line, the ports operator, the terminal handling. There's always a human being behind the work that we do. And that has to be taken into consideration as the most important part of the equation, because a computer can tell you that your container is stuck in Singapore, but it won't tell you what to do. So you need the knowledge and the people behind the desk to make sure that they have a solution for you and that are able to tackle these challenges that we see every day. So if that person is engaged and is knowledgeable, is part of a team of people that support your products, you're going to get an on-time delivery, and you're going to repeat that process over and over again, which will become the success of your enterprise. So there's a lot to say about the people actually moving the shipment, and they're in charge of your shipment from quotation to billing. So it's important that they are taken into consideration, of course.
What are the common disturbances you see in the supply chain today?
So the disturbances in the supply chain, international transport will always be challenging. It's always been like that for the past 30 years that I've been in this business, and it's probably going to be like that for the next 30 years as well. But what we're seeing right now is more frequent, I would say, disturbances. So you have your forest fires, mudslide, too much rain, not enough rain. So there's a lot of extreme weather going on in the world. Not talking about hurricanes that are more forceful and happen more often. You have typhoons in the Pacific. So you have just on the weather perspective, you have to be able to check political situation around the world. Of course, we're unfortunately, and we have a couple of wars going on which affect the supply chain every day. Then you have your political instability in some areas of the world. You also have your labor issues that we're facing in North America, in Europe at the moment. So if you take all of these challenges and you add them up, you will see that every day brings a new challenge, and you have to be aware of what's going on.
How can a freight forwarder help tackle these obstacles?
Well, your freight forwarder will be your eyes and ears on the outside of your enterprise. So you're purchasing something from overseas, or you're selling one of your products to a client that is overseas. Either way, whether it's inbound or outbound, you will totally rely on international transport. So your freight forwarder is there to guide you through that complex world. They're there to advise you on certain options that you may have to avoid those bottlenecks. So if you have problems with the Port of Vancouver because there was a mudslide, or the Port of Long Beach is congested, or the bridge in Baltimore falls down, or you have, the Suez Canal is no longer available on a certain route. So as long as your freight forwarder is keeping you informed and bringing you ideas. I had a client that said one day to me, Patrick, I love the fact that you're keeping us informed, but how does that affect my PO or that particular product or that particular lane? So we're going the extra step right now and telling our clients this is what's going on. There's a strike in France or in Germany. You have these POs coming up, so working on a forecast with your clients will definitely help your client make the right decision. If you tell him your shipment is going to be late by 2 weeks before it leaves, he has an option. But if it's already on the water, or if it's already on its way, and say your shipment's going to be late, well, now it's too late. There's really, less options for your client. So your freight forwarder is there to keep you informed of what's going on in the market outside of your enterprise and bring solutions to the table to tackle these problems.
Why is flexibility and adaptability so important in the supply chain?
So I think flexibility and adaptability is absolutely crucial, especially today, because these challenges we just talked about happen so frequently and unexpectedly. So, just the price of a container out of China to the Toronto area used to be $2,500 at the beginning of the year. We're now up to $10,000 and even $12,000. So that's a huge increase in a small amount of time. You have to be able to adapt quickly and give your client options. Maybe your client has a high inventory, doesn't need to be the quickest on the ocean. He wants the slowest option. Maybe he wants the fastest ocean option because he wants to avoid air freight. So those expectations of your clients must match what the context is outside your enterprise. So we talked about the weather, political issues, blank sailings, shortage of containers in Asia. So all these challenges need to be known, and you need to be able to be flexible, quick and quickly react to the changes and give your clients options so that he can proceed with his business and not have to be delayed because of lack of information.
Well, thank you, Patrick, for explaining the complexities of the supply chain.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, please take the time to add your comments below and follow us. Go to falconfreight.ca to learn more.